Hello everyone, welcome to That Bible Guy. I wasn't going to do a video this week. It was my plan. I wasn't going to do a video, and I'm going to do one now, just a little bit off the cuff. I'm not as well prepared as I normally am, because yeah, it's been a challenging week or so, very challenging week this particular week, and that's why it's entitled "Overcoming Life's Challenges" or being overwhelmed with life challenges. This week, something happened with someone that caused me some concern, and certainly some concern with the future. I'll come back, maybe not give the specifics, but can come back at some point and talk about what I want to share about it. But the other challenge as well was just that me and my wife, we got a dog, a rescue dog, some months ago now, and it's very very difficult to manage. I've had a few incidents with the dog, and it just so happened that the incidents happened when I was taking the dog out when my wife was at work. We had a bad incident last night. It goes after other dogs. I personally ended up wrestling with it a little bit, and I kind of felt worried because I was so angry about it. We were dealing with that. This week also, my wife's really been having a tough time at work for different reasons, more hours, difficult circumstances. And on top of all that, we've another family member who's just not feeling the best at the minute, and my wife's been dealing with that as well quite a bit. So it's been one of them weeks, but me and my wife had a chat this morning. It was one of them weeks where it just felt like challenges were building up, and at times felt a little bit overwhelmed by that, by the challenges. Have you felt that way? Are you feeling that way? Maybe you will again. I hope you don't. But at some point or another, we're all going to get there. And at some point or another, you get to a point where you feel like, I actually don't think I can deal with this. I chat with my wife this morning, and I just felt we need to talk about the dog and other things. And I said, if you had taken a different approach to the dog and how we felt about each other with the dog and how we manage it, I don't know if I could have dealt with it, to be honest. And we ended up having a good chat. So we're going to get there at points. This is not unusual. Paul said in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, he says, I don't want you to be uninformed, brothers, about the hardships we suffered in the province of Asia. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired even of life. Indeed, in our hearts we felt the sentence of death. And we'll come back to the other bit in a moment. But I was sitting with my wife and we decided to pray. We were planning to pray. We looked at some scripture. We try to do it on Thursday mornings. When we were praying, she said something that helped me while she was praying, and it got me thinking. And this is going to sound really obvious. She says, God, show us what you're teaching us right now. And I just thought, yeah, teaching. Had a little thought then, and I've had a thought more and more as the mornings went on. Thought, yeah, God's teaching me something. Paul says here, but this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but in God who raises the dead. Paul was like, either God's actively caused these things to happen, or in letting them happen, he's teaching them something. In this case, rely on me, not on yourself, Paul. And I thought, what is God teaching me through these challenges? If you can start to see what you may be being taught in the challenges that God has let remain there or actively caused, it starts to give you a little bit of help with the direction. And I thought for myself, I thought with the biggest issue was someone that I care about deeply, and just having some life challenges and worried about where they're going to go. I thought, what's God teaching me here? And I thought, he's teaching me to trust in him. As I went to bed last night, I thought, where's my faith on this? Faith that with that person as a Christian and myself and our family, that they'll be okay is more likely, or that if they're not okay, God will help me endure. God will help me endure. I can still serve him no matter what happens in that situation. Where's my faith? I thought, God is testing my faith with this. Will I trust him regardless of how things look with that one? With the dog, the challenges of the dog, I thought, God's teaching me to follow my own plans, so don't walk with the dog where I hadn't planned to, but also the plan to talk with my wife and ensure that we are communicating about the dog, because it can become a massive issue if we don't. So am I following my own plans with what I said I will do regarding the dog? And then not let my sort of fear run away with me at times, because you get fearful in challenges, and I've felt fear in some of the challenges. For some of the other things I've had to learn, Simon, don't take on things that you're not fully responsible for as well, because I'm hyper responsible. So God is teaching me things in all these areas. And I'll be honest, 1 hour ago, I didn't quite see the lessons. And I'm only starting to now. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because you have challenges. We all have challenges to one level or another. How can we manage them? How can we manage it if we're feeling overwhelmed with challenges? If you're feeling overwhelmed with challenges, maybe not in the acute moment, but later on, sit down and ask, what could God be teaching me that He's let this remain in my life? What could He be teaching me? Please let me know your thoughts. Just a short and sweet one today. I will be back with Romans 11 next week, but I really thought this might benefit us to think, like Paul, what is God teaching us? Why has He let this stay or get this bad? Not that He always controls and changes everything, but the fact that I feel overwhelmed by it, why has He let it stay at that level? What's He teaching me? It's so important we ask this question because He is. And that helps our faith as well. So hopefully that's helped us today. Please drop your, this mantra, like, share, subscribe to That Bible Guy. But please let me know just personally what you're struggling with. Can I pray for you? And also just, what is He teaching you? Because sometimes it's not the first question that we ask ourselves because we don't always want to know. We're just annoyed that He's let it happen. Anyway, please let me know what you think of this. Also, this is a driver for my fundraiser, I suppose, to some extent, helping people deal with the pandemic, lockdown, mental health challenges, just life and its challenges, to get out there and preach the gospel, bring good news, and help them in physical ways as well. So, let me know your thoughts and let's get His word out there.